All right, back here. This body's still hanging, but we're gonna go follow Kim's advice. We're gonna go start talking to some people, let some time pass. Hopefully, we'll be able to take that body down later. Do I have like a journal entry that's saying that? Prove your authority to Titus. Right, I wanted to wait for my authority to come back from my... I have like a research penalty. Once that research penalty is done, I'll go back and try to pass that check. Sorry, I'll go back and fail that check. Equip and complete. Okay, yeah, I need to complete that first, which is currently processing, right? Yes, it is. All right, let's go figure out who we can talk to. Let's go see what those old guys are doing. I haven't spoken to them since I found them in the first place.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffiti.
Yeah, I already did that. It's the next day. They don't got anything new to say?
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
Composure. Do I have anything for composure? Is my composure... No, I have a +1. I really at this point should have remembered what all my clothes do and what I have, but it's just... I don't know, I'm just not able to remember right now. I have to keep coming back every time. If I talk to him, it's gonna do him.
I have really
not.
outdone myself. This is divine.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston. More padding on that fat arse of yours. I hope your heart gives out.
Bless these old people.
René, it's a little pleasures. Life doesn't need to be a struggle. Hello, officer. How might I be of assistance on this fine day?
Wait, was this a whole different like dialogue that I never jumped into?
Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But that's all I know, really. Of course, officer. I mean, I hope I can. What's on your mind?
We'll go back to that. I'm sure he actually is telling the truth and doesn't know anything.
Let me think. No, officers, I'm sorry. And I really would like to assist. You are both good guys. I can see that.
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar in the Union. Someone must know something.
I wish I could, but I just don't know anything. I always keep my nose clean and don't gossip. Everyone knows and respects that.
Respects?
I'm not even anyone.
Of course he's holding back. His mouth is so full of Union prick he can't even speak properly.
Can I at least finish my fucking sentence before you piss on it? Is that okay, René? I'm not anyone important in the Union. I just know Evrard.
How do you know him?
Everyone in Martinez knows the Clare brothers. I taught these boys human studies and history in the gymnasium.
What do you know about history? You never witnessed history. Only heard about it years later, when it had already moved on. You don't know history.
The old soldier mumbles something under his breath and turns to face the sea. There he stands, proud, rigid and alone, like a cracking marble statue.
Let's try not to get caught in a crossfire.
Lest we leave riddled with bullet holes. This animosity is ancient.
Right, there's nothing we can do about this situation. Oh, does that mean just like conclude now? Ah, I want more info.
Oh, in many ways, yes. Like an honorary member. I attend meetings and parties, help with little things. Evrard, Edgar, and the older debarders all know me. Oh, yes.
So you're not an actual member.
Not in the technical sense. I don't have a vote or a membership card, but Evrard keeps me on the payroll, just for the little things.
Of course he's not a member. He's not a member of anything. I knew that. He's a Weathervane. Turns to where the wind blows and tries to look important. I hate the socialist rabble, but even siding with them is better than living your entire life on the fence. Never committing to anything. Pick a damn side already.
Writing work mostly. Occasionally, he needs something written, and I happen to have a way with words, people say. Oh, nothing official, I assure you. Just essays for the newspapers. About Martinez and how things are and how they could be. Evrard and I had these long talks where...
Well, he tells his little pen man exactly what to say. It's commie propaganda, plain and simple. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Jesus. This guy is so judgmental, and this other guy is so just way too laid back about all this stuff. And he was saying he doesn't know anything.
No, thank you. For being consummate professionals. You'll have this case wrapped up in no time.
Yeah, bye for now.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Saw a statue.
Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Isn't it an ironic statue?
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Hey, what was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
It's a mighty fine way of rationalizing that.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
What?
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
Yeah, what was that about higher realms? Let me just read through these real quick. Seems irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users that shouldn't even operate heavy machinery. Such responsibilities require a boost every now and then. Yeah, what was that about higher realms?
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine fairy tales.
Yeah, he was talking to the elves.
Yes, indeed. We're not here to investigate the drug trade of centuries past.
No, not the drug trade. I want to know about the realms. I want to know about these dimensions. Come on.
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Shouldn't a leader take care of his people? Or should a leader do what he must be done? Shouldn't he take care of his people?
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Ooh, only the leader, not the individuals. You don't think the individuals make up the country?
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind.
Of course not, he's too old.
He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Right.
Okay. What's my timer looking like for this thing? Okay, 12 minutes. Alright, let's find someone else that can talk about something. Wasn't there a guy here hanging out? Oh wait, is he the guy that's now on the other side? That's over on the other side of the staircase?
Sir.
Yeah, who's that lady?
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt?
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
And distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
A missing husband? What are these famous people?
Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
Uh-huh.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Ooh, interesting.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
True. Name sounds delicious. Famous for vain people. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks. They sound like dorks. Yeah.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say anything.
all this garbage. Let me not be that harsh to this poor little girl.
Okay,
Shouldn't you be at school?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Isn't school more important?
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Ooh. That's all you need. Just do the work and then everything opens up for you, right?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Ghosts?
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wasn't there that like back room thing that I didn't go into?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
Yeah, that sounds serious.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Hey, maybe it was a sexy ghost that killed, that hunted the guy. Maybe it wasn't the Hardy Boys Kim. You ever think of that?
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
How do you know about them?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
And how does this curse manifest?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were asking about famous people.
Oh, come on, Kim. You have no, like, curiosity at all about anything paranormal? Anything that's not, you know, the objective physical? The plasmic manifestations.
No such thing.
Ah,
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
nah, that's it for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Sure. What is this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Yeah, I get it.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
Somewhat of a policeman myself.
You don't look much like a policeman.
I mean, what's it supposed to look like?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Yeah, it's not about how you look, it's about what you're working with up here. It's also about failing all those checks.
Head, yes.
No, not your head, your mind.
But that's like the same thing.
True.
Not really, sir.
Oh no. See, that's what reading those fakey fake Mullen books gets you. Now you're dealing with a real cop.
Yes, sir. He's just a fictional character. I understand. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
I mean, I'm not passing this. We already know how these go.
You fail to deduce anything substantial. She waits intently.
I'm a detective, and you're small.
Come on, don't be silly. That's not a proper deduction.
Yeah, you don't have to call me sir.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
Don't worry, Zeros. It's par for the course for the rest of this playthrough. Yep. I guess, sir, it is then.
By your command.
Alright. What's this? Oh yeah, the breakthrough.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Time to get it all together.
Bizarre scientific news from Rivershore West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit's singularity lasts.
Gonna have a diamond. Okay. So does that mean I'll have a better chance of getting that body down? Let's see. Hello, Kuno.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below
Yeah.
is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Yeah, this game really wants you to get that body down. +6. Jesus. I swear to God if I fail this. I swear to God.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. The spell has no effect. You stand eye to eye with it, the odor washing through you.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
Oh yeah, we are.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Alright, let's go through these one by one. Let's look at the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. possibly part of a larger set.
Armor? Right, he was a mercenary.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Yeah, this looks out of place.
It is. It's expensive.
And none of it was at the pawn shop?
We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
That's a lot.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But
Right.
for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
Yeah, where do you think the rest of it is, Kim?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't.
Man, they were complaining about the fact that this body's here, but they like scavenge all. I mean, I guess, you know, they need the money, but Jesus.
We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
But yeah, like I said, it wasn't at the pawn shop, so is somebody actually gonna use the armor? Or is that where it is, or is there just some other place that someone took it? Maybe he was wearing just the boots. There is no rest of the armor. This might be our sex connection.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Interesting.
Nice. That makes sense.
And they're probably demeaning him.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like. This one still has his underpants.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Ah, boy. Yeah, how do you afford this?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Looks like a pretty big security, big time security guard if that's the case.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to go see what's going on with Kuno. Let me get a nice little on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Oh, like the Black Panther outfit?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps.
What is this reminding me of?
If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
The real number.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Alright, let's pull the boot off. By the way, I'm looking up here and it looks like I'm dropping frames every so often. The recording should be fine though, so if it is a little bit unbearable, then the recording later should look a little smoother.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Let's try it.
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Nothing on your side? Okay, good to know.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
What?
Brutal!
Yeah, let me just let go.
What's wrong with you, asshole? Why is he letting go, Kuno?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by pulling on the deceased foot?
Let's get the boot off.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
The option was there. I wanted to click it, you know? I mean, I guess we should probably get the body actually off the tree first, and then we can get to removing boots.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength, the kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus, when the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Like in a circus.
No, more like in harbor, like the one just east of here. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
In the Hardy Boys?
Right now, everything seems to fit their confession.
Yeah, you sure wanted him to be just there.
It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands.
Jesus.
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Yeah, how'd they even do this?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
They climb up using a ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
Is this the night sky? Is this some astrology?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
Ah, this guy's such a Scorpio.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Got a big like a pan flash camera?
A Truget Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Oh my god, is this like a Polaroid, or is we're gonna have to go get that film developed?
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
Yeah, so it is a Polaroid.
In case we need it. Yes, It is pretty cool, isn't it? It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Right, the tattoos. His build. He's got like crazy dad bod from that picture. Everyone with dad bod around. I guess people with dad bod in these areas would be people of violence. Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Don't worry, Kim. I made it to day 2. I'm not gonna lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
I haven't mentioned it, by the way, but God bless the writers for having, like, every time I come back into this menu, it's not just the same thing being repeated. They have some new, just very descriptive way of painting a picture of this body. I think they've had like 10 different ways of describing how awful this poor dead hanging body looks. It's great. I love it.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Ooh. Who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
This voice, by the way, is like one of my favorites. I love how gravelly this voice sounds. I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, maybe, but what about when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
The script is over 1 million words long for this game. My God, these guys put a lot of time into this game, and I mean, it's not, so far from what I've seen, it's not repetitive script. Like, it's not just a bunch of filler stuff. Like, everything seems to be packed with some type of something. I have another question.
Go ahead, Coppo.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
I don't think so. Yeah, first, why do you have to speak like that?
It's a mishmash, Coppabolo. You think I'm Messinian, don't you? For you, this is how people from Messina speak like.
Oh, I understand. I mean, are you?
No. My hair is too light a shade of brown. My eyebrows, too. Trust your inner racist.
The dead body's racist now, too? This is a true role-playing game. Yeah, I can tell. There's a lot going on here. A lot of diverging paths that all seem just as interesting. Yeah, what, are you racist now, too?
You think I am. You think I was a racist because this lump looks military and has tattoos. That's called profiling.
Okay, what are you feeling, sexual arousal?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
I don't know. No?
Captain Coppodromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
Right, of course he didn't. Where have you gone?
into the wild pale yonder.
Where?
In the past, way out in the west.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
I love that the necktie always waits until you've forgotten about him, and then he comes back in exploding with his wonderful dialogue.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah, gimme.
Here you go, you loony.
Oh my god, that's great. They actually just put on way more options. Yeah, but I feel like I've forgotten something.
Because you have.
What have I forgotten?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
Wasn't, I noticed that when we were in the dream and we saw my own self hanging from the tree, didn't it say like dead body of Harry or something? There was a Harry name in there too. Yeah, I feel like I've been getting Harry lately.
You might be onto something there.
I hate you.
Do I remind you of someone?
Deep sea creature, baby, fickle target. Not particularly.
Sure I do. You just don't want to admit it.
Alright, enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
See, this is what I actually, by the way, really like about Inland Empire, and it's actually why I chose it to begin with. Because, real quick, let me take a look at these. I wanted to go with something psyche-based, since that's the thing I was, like, specializing in. And to me, just psyche meant, I don't know, almost like a sixth sense type of thing, where, like, maybe there would be a lot more punch-based dialogue options. And not only that, I was also hoping that this exactly what happened would be happening, where there's conversations that seem like they're happening outside, but that entire dialogue felt more like introspection. That felt more like I was having a conversation with myself, which is what I wanted to get out of this. I mean, yeah, it says hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. That's exactly what I wanted to see more of in the dialogue options, and I'm glad I'm getting some of that now. Yeah, so how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
Sure.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Just
As you narrow
look at the
your
whole thing.
eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Why is there like a highlighted birdhouse up there?
This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Don't dead bodies, like, I feel like I remember hearing this somewhere, but the digestive system goes through a whole, like, mess of gases building up and explosions or whatever because of your, like, gut biome and all the bacteria. They're still thriving even after you've died. I feel like I remember hearing that somewhere.
So, what do you think?
He's as dead. I think he was upright after death.
Agreed, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Yeah, I was gonna say he died. The hanging is where he died.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
Do we not have, like, an autopsy crew to send him to? Are we just gonna do it? I think he's dead.
I agree.
Thank you, Kim. Thank you for not being like, what? Did you just say he's dead?
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
Yes, but at least he didn't say it.
His personality is no longer a part of the world.
Totally dead.
Oh, wait, hold up. The world no longer stores his personality in its composition. There was a time for that, and it ended 7 days ago.
That sounds about right, yes.
He's beaten up.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
No, what I mean is that happened after the death, but yes, that too. Yeah, there's this weird black liquid.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
Oh wow, speaking of Kuno, I didn't even notice that, but he's over here crouched down. He's he's taking a break from throwing rocks while we're inspecting the body.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
This never works. This is such a like a middle school mentality response. Like, oh yeah, I know what I'll do. I'll just play into their insults, and that would never work. It's just like, yeah, yes, you're right. The bad thing we called you, yeah, that is what you are. Glad you agree. And maybe he went to the toilet sometime before death.
Maybe.
All right, let me catch my breath.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
Do I have a different dialogue option if I go in here?
Of course. You have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination is at your service. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
No, don't worry, I already have. I think the preliminary examination's over, Kim.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
Maybe get on that shed behind him?
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Alright, Kim. Let me get on your shoulders. Come on. Let's do this like a concert. Maybe we could shoot him down. We could saw the branch. Maybe
Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Maybe we can ask for some help. Go get a crate.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Okay, let's see what else we can do.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Can someone else help?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
Yeah, the police. Call them. They'll get him down.
Sadly, yes. The whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are. Are we in a rush to help them? Not with this on our hands.
Wasn't that one giant dude screaming we want work or whatever? That dude is giant. He wants work. Let's put him to work. I got 26 real. I can give him like a 5. Here, I got some work for you to do. Come cut this body down.
I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Oh, this was not kidding. They really want me to try to shoot him down.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Kim really is gonna consider this?
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Yeah, let me let Kim decide on this one.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket
Yes.
and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks.
Wait, did he just have to do like the old school Civil War, like push the powder and the ball into the thing?
He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Let me not break his concentration. I trust in Kim.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
he feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Okay.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Yeah, get your shit together. Do the volumetric shit compressor and let's talk for 30 minutes while your research time goes. What do we do now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
I mean, I kind of want to try just for fun. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen, but it would be nice to try.
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
Oh, come on. You're right here next to me. How can I lose it?
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Come on, trigger discipline.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
This isn't mere boundary pushing. There is a true suicidal rage in the kid as she's provoking you.
Oh boy. 17%. let me look at all these other things and if they'll help me give a boost. Oh my god, I can point the gun to Kuno.
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up, dancing hypnotically. As you wait, your breathing slows down. Some mosquito-like organism buzzes in your peripheral.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Alright, let's try it. It's gonna fail, but why not?
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly. The sudden stink makes your eyes water.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it. What a mulko.
Are you? Because it sort of feels like you are. Please don't cry.
Crying.
We
Alright,
try
Kim.
something else.
Trying to try something else.
Oh my god, what a fucking boring cop.
Nice shot, though. Fucked him up good. Actually, it was... Kuno just said that because he felt sorry for you, pig. It's not your fault you can't shoot. It's your pig hands.
Pigs don't have hands. They have, like, fucking hooves or something.
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
As hell, we are not giving a gun to Kuno. I don't care even if it would work. I am not doing that.
That's preposterous. What are you, a fucking earl?
We still need to get him down somehow.
But how?
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Right, now how do we get inside the harbor?
From the gates. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found, where your cloak is. It looked doable.
Wouldn't it be dangerous?
To ask the suspect for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Evrard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches.
What's wrong with being indebted to Everard?
He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return.
Right.
Yeah? Don't go being someone else's bitches. You're Kuno's bitches.
Let's get to it. Well, well, well. Why is this yellow? I didn't have anything new in here, did I? Oh, I have the...
An intricate
photo.
web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the hanged man. From the right shoulder, it still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky. But something's not right.
What is the meaning of this?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as you will without assistance. Someone close to the victim might know.
Who are you?
Gone.
Alright. Okay. Oh boy, we got a bunch of new stuff now. We have to figure out where we have to talk to Kuno about the armor. The number on the victim's armor. Tattoos. Ask around about tattoo meanings and get the body down. That's the harbor to ask for help. Okay. I do want to try that coat method. Let me ask Kuno right now, see what he can tell me about this body.
Does Kuno care? The fuck about it?
Where's his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come? It's worth money.
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
What?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
You threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
Rugby style, you hooligan. You threw it in
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Did you do this to the body, Kuno?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
The bruises.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniffing. This is Kuno's kingdom. Kuno fucking rules here.
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Alright, more on this later.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
What is this option about the shack?
The fuck do you want with it?
Yeah, there's nothing here.
Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, Kuno. Thanks a lot. So that means we gotta go talk to Manana and try to figure this stuff out about the armor. Alright, cool. Finally, I was able to at least look at the body and start getting a whole lot more direction on what to do to get the investigation going further. Fortunately, I put a bullet in his chest. And Kim was also unable to help me, but now we have some stuff to do. So I do want to try to go up and see if the fact that it's important to get to the harbor now will give me some type of boost to be able to do the jump where my cloak is. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. And then I've got the harbor people to speak to. So got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of direction now, but I'm doing that on the next one. So that's it for now. And I hope you enjoyed.